In the busy town of Nakuru, where the morning sun rises over rows of small shops and the sound of matatus fills the streets, lived a young man named James. James was like many young people trying to build a life in Kenya. He had finished college with a diploma in business management, full of dreams and expectations. But reality had quickly humbled him. Jobs were scarce, and every interview seemed to end with the same polite rejection. Months passed. His savings disappeared. Soon, James found himself helping his uncle at a small kiosk that sold general items. Every morning, he opened the kiosk at exactly 6:30 a.m., arranged the products neatly on the wooden shelves, and waited for customers. Some days were good, but most days felt painfully slow. Whenever old classmates passed by, dressed in office clothes, James felt a quiet sting inside. Things will change, his uncle would always tell him, but James wasn't sure anymore. One morning, something unusual happened. James had been called for a job interview in Nairobi. It was a sales position at a logistics company. He woke up early, dressed carefully, and rushed to the bus stage. But when he arrived, the Nairobi bus he had booked had already left. He had missed it by just 5 minutes. Frustrated and disappointed, James sat on a bench near the stage. The opportunity he had been waiting for was gone. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be, he murmured to himself. Instead of going home immediately, he walked slowly through the market to clear his mind. As he passed a row of fruit vendors, he noticed an elderly woman struggling to carry a heavy sack of oranges. Without thinking, James walked over. "Let me help you," he said. The woman smiled gratefully. "Thank you, my son." He carried the sack to her stall and helped arrange the fruits on her wooden table. While they worked, she spoke. "My supplier from Eldoret didn't come today," she said with frustration. "Now I have little stock and customers will go elsewhere." James listened quietly. Then he noticed something interesting. Many vendors in the market were selling similar fruits, but most of them complained about unreliable suppliers. An idea slowly formed in his mind. What if someone organized the supply properly? He wondered. The thought followed him the entire day. That evening, he spoke to his uncle. "What if I start buying fruits from farmers and delivering them to vendors here?" James suggested. His uncle raised an eyebrow. "You want to become a middleman?" James nodded, but a reliable one. With a small loan from his uncle and the little savings he had left, James traveled to nearby farming areas the following week. He spoke to farmers who were often forced to sell their produce at very low prices because they lacked access to consistent buyers. James offered them something simple: fair prices and regular collection. Then he returned to Nakuru and approached market vendors. "Instead of chasing suppliers, I'll bring the fruits directly to you every week." At first, only 3 vendors trusted him. It wasn't easy. James woke up before sunrise to travel to farms, negotiate prices, load fruits into a rented pickup truck, and deliver them to the market. The profits were small, but the vendors noticed something important. James was reliable. Within months, more vendors started calling him. "James, bring me bananas next week. Can you also supply pineapples? Do you have mangoes?" His small operation began growing. Soon he needed help. He hired 2 young men from his neighborhood to assist with deliveries. A year later, James had enough savings to buy his own pickup truck. The same people who once saw him sitting idly at the kiosk were now calling him boss. But James never forgot the day everything started, the day he missed the bus to Nairobi. One afternoon, while delivering fruits to the market, he saw the same elderly woman who had first spoken to him that morning long ago. She smiled when she saw him. "My son," she said proudly, "you have grown." James laughed. "It all started because you needed help carrying oranges." She shook her head gently.
"No," she said, "it started because you stopped to help." James later realized something important. Sometimes people believe their biggest opportunities are the ones they miss: the job interview, the promotion, the chance they were hoping for. But life has a strange way of opening new doors where we least expect them. If James had caught that bus to Nairobi, he might have spent years working for someone else. Instead, by missing it, he discovered something better: his own path. And in Nakuru's busy market today, when trucks loaded with fresh fruits arrive early in the morning, many vendors know exactly who made it possible: the young man who once thought he had missed his chance, but had actually found it.
If you love real-life stories like this, hit subscribe, like, comment, and let's keep walking through these journeys together.